and again, I mean, not to get all X-Filesy on you, but since we are here in Oregon, the very first episode of the X-Files, as you know, is set in a fictional town in Oregon.
I don't know that. Is that true?
Yeah, it's set in Bellefleur.
Don't assume that I know anything about it.
And then in one of the revivals, The Curse of the Weremonster or whatever, there's another fictional Oregon town.
Didn't know that.
And obviously,
Is there a question after these observations?
There is. And the show obviously filmed in British Columbia for a long time. And I mean, I'm just wondering, do you think there's something about the Northwest, again, since we're here in Oregon, that lends itself?
It's the woods.
Yeah?
It's the
Lends
dark.
itself to
It's the
spooky
woods.
stuff?
Yeah, it's the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not a show that can work in the city. You know, that's not the mystery of that show. The mystery of that show is deeply hidden, and the woods is where you deeply hide things. So yeah, spend a lot of time in the woods running after things.
With flashlights.
Sometimes with a flashlight, sometimes not. You know, just running. Run from here to there. Okay.
Well, again, I mean, obviously, they're all creative pursuits, but I mean, since you do more creative pursuits than any of us really do in most of our lives, I'm just wondering, do they all kind of draw on the same thoughts, same urges to express yourself? I mean, how is writing something like this different than acting or writing a song or singing a song?
Well, it depends on the idea that occurs to me, and then I'll sit in judgment of that idea, phrase, whatever, character, moment, feeling, and I'll think, well, what's the best medium for that? Is it a song? Is it a poem? Is it a short story novel? Is it a play? Is it a movie? And then I'll try to make an informed judgment on that from the outside, because it's all very new. And then I'll, pursue it that way. But, like this wasn't a song, I mean, maybe there are moments in there that could be song-worthy. There are feelings in there that could be song-worthy. That's something to think about. But, I went to school for graduate school in English literature, so I've done a lot of reading and I've done a lot of studying of English literature. And when I started acting, I went away from that, and I spent many years in Hollywood making TV and films and learning about the form of the screenplay, the form of the teleplay, whatever. And story, learning about story. So now I've come back to writing. When I was in graduate school, I don't think I was interested in story at all. That's not how you attack the books. It's very surgical and specialized in many ways. Not necessarily joyful either, but utilitarian and like, oh, I need to write a paper on this guy. I'm gonna write on adverbs. I'm gonna write on adverbs in Shakespeare, because everything else has been written. So it's not, and so really, it was actually doing X-Files that would have brought me back to really acknowledging the glory of the plot, and really getting into it. So now I'm so thankful for that as a writer, because Truly Like Lightning is a big plot heavy, and I never would have thought I needed a plot. I mean, the novel was going to be about language. Snooze.
Well, when you're writing, I mean, you're doing all the roles that take a collaborative team in film or TV. I mean, you're the producer, you're the director, you're the writer, you're the lighting cameraman, you're everything. Is there something particularly fulfilling about that?
Well, as you can imagine, it's fulfilling to not have to wait, to not have to raise money, to not have to cast. All those things are great, and I love being on set, I love directing, I love acting, all that, but there's a lot of wasted time, not wasted, but wasted for me. As we light, as we shoot, it takes months and months to do things. But if I sit on my ass and write for 6 hours a day, in a couple months I've got something. I don't know if I'm going to publish it, but I've got something, and I can't say that for those other media. But the nice thing about it is it's solitary, and I'm the boss of everything. And that's also the horrible thing, because I do like collaborating. I like playing with other kids. And,
Yeah.
I come from sports, and I team sports, and that's what I still like. And that's the way I think of acting. It's like a team sport.